Hello everyone and welcome to Ferris Sports Update. I'm your host Rob Bentley and thanks for tuning in. On today's show we'll check in with three nationally ranked Bulldog teams as we talk Ferris State football along with volleyball and soccer. We'll start first though with Bulldog football joined by assistant coach Ryan Brady. Coach, first of all, welcome to the show.
Always a pleasure.
Big homecoming win for the Bulldogs and off to a 5-0 start this year, 3-0 in conference play and got a huge win in front of a big crowd on Saturday.
Yeah, it was an exciting homecoming atmosphere and it was a big win and against a tough opponent and we were fortunate to come away with the W.
You knew coming in Ashland would be a tough opponent regardless of their record, and obviously they'd been playing better football as of the last couple weeks.
Yeah, they're a well-coached football team, and they're a powerhouse in Ohio. And you know, every time we play them, we know it's going to be a tough matchup, and they got great players, and their coaching staff does a great job. And so it was a big game, and we were excited.
The Division II National Game of the Week, and as we go to some of the highlights, obviously a nationally televised game that certainly has an impact on the flow of the game.
Oh, for sure. You know, we got some TV timeouts and some other things that kind of slow the game down a little bit, but all in all, it's always exciting to play on national TV, and our kids loved it.
Obviously a homecoming game, a lot of former players back, and here we see Deshaun Thrower making a big play here on the opening drive.
Yeah, the secondary really played great, I thought. You see DeLon Stevenson getting a lot of pressure right there, but you know, they were 20 for 43 throwing the ball, and they're a controlled passing team, and they complete a lot of passes, so we did an excellent job of holding them down.
Obviously, here in this first half, defense kind of the story. A big reception here from Deion Earls, but neither defense allowed any points here in the early going.
Yeah, and we knew that it was going to be this kind of game where it was probably going to start slow and the defenses were going to be stout and tough early on. But as the game went on, you know, the offenses kind of figured some things out and kind of got things going.
Big pass play there from J. Rue Campbell, named the GLIAC Player of the Week, 383 total yards for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, J. Rue's been a workhorse for us. You know, he played great. He's really been making great decisions, and he's been taking care of the football, and you know, he's been running tough, and he just makes everybody around him better.
Ashland off to a 7-0 lead here late in the first half, but big drive here to end the half.
Yeah, big throw and catch there to Keandre Craig, and then right here, great throw, great job by Cy Barnett sticking with it, and you know, tying this thing up at half. It's huge.
Obviously, coming out of the half, you were able to tie it up, and then you got the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, that was a big momentum swing right here before the half, and you see it's great concentration right there and getting a foot down. That was just a big play in the game.
Coming here in the second half, what was the talk at halftime going into the second half?
Well, we felt good about where we were at halftime. We were just like, it was like 0-0, and we just knew we had one half of football, and we felt good coming out with the ball. And right there, you see another big play by Cy Barnett, great throw by J. Rue Campbell. The offensive line did a great job giving him a lot of time to throw the football, and just a big play to start second half.
Barnett, a guy that's made a lot of plays here, is a redshirt freshman filling in for Malik Taylor.
Yeah, right here he is again on a quick throw and catch, and side squeaks inside and gets to the end zone, and another big play from him, and you know, he's energized our offense a little bit as well.
Gave you a 14-7 lead, and then we'll see the Bulldogs in the next drive add another touchdown, a couple lengthy drives there, 80-plus yards.
Yeah, for sure. Our offense really settled in nice. You see here J. Rue squeaks out on a nice long run here, and it's always exciting, you know, when we see the offense get rolling like that. It just fuels the defense, and you know, we can pin our ears back a little bit and be a little bit more aggressive on the defensive end.
You talk about the defense, big play here on the defensive side of the football with DeLon Stevenson, who gets the interception return on the pick
Yeah,
six.
Really happy for DeLon. Najee actually makes a great play, and DeLon sticks with it, and he takes it all the way, and probably was a big turning point in the game right there.
Ended up being some very big points as Ashland rallies down the stretch, but defensive plays like that you like to have.
Oh, really exciting. You know, we got a turnover belt now, and so you know, the kids are really working hard to create turnovers.
Ashland cuts it to 28-21. This is the final drive here, and your defense needed a stop, and we'll see on this following play they're going to get another big stop.
Yeah, it was huge. We were kind of in the bend but don't break philosophy here, knowing that they needed a touchdown to tie it up, and so we get them into 4th and 4 here, and you know, Adrian Green does a really nice job. Plays really tight man-to-man coverage and does a great job keeping them right before the sticks.
How worried were you here when they went to measure this one?
Oh, definitely was worried. You know, it was right at the sticks. You know, I think he was maybe an inch or two short, and you know, I was just more worried that they weren't going to measure it and they were just going to say move the chains. So I was glad when they brought the chains. I'm like, all right, at least they're going to take a look here and see how close. So, but we were thrilled. We knew once we had them stopped here, it was a ball game.
Obviously a big win on homecoming, and you like to have those wins with the former players, the alums that are back every year on homecoming.
Absolutely, a lot of former alums back, and it's always great to see them. You know, to see the likes of Jake Lampman and Jason Vanderlaan and Brady Sheldon and Tori Apple, and the list goes on and on. There's just a ton of great dudes that have played here, and it was great to see them.
How big was a win like that over a team that certainly in the last couple of years has been able to hand you a loss in close fashion?
For sure. It was huge. It was really our first big test of the season, and so I thought our guys came out and played well on both sides of the ball. I thought special teams played really well, and special teams are always critical to the game, and I thought we handled ourselves very, very well.
This week on the road, but at a neutral site as you take on Michigan Tech, battle at the ballpark, Fifth Third Ballpark. Just talk about what this experience is going to be like for your guys.
Yeah, it'll be cool. We'll get to go play in a different venue, and it's Alumni Day, so we're hoping to get a lot more alums come back out and come check us out in Grand Rapids. So it'll be neat, but for the coaching staff and the players, our focus is on Michigan Tech, and so we're just trying to get better and improve on all the little things that we need to do to be the best that we can be, and so that will be our focus this week.
Obviously, playing in Grand Rapids, how big is that? Playing down here in West Michigan and a chance to play in front of so many fans that are in the area? Oh,
absolutely. Grand Rapids has always been good to us in terms of recruiting, and West Michigan's been great, and so it'll be fun. It'll be a neat atmosphere, and we're looking forward to it.
Talk about Michigan Tech and what you've seen out of them on film here as you get ready to prepare for the Huskies.
They're always tough. They're always well coached. They're a disciplined football team, and they'll be ready to play, and they do a good job on both sides of the ball. They played in a lot of tight games this year, so we're expecting it to be a fight.
Obviously, Michigan Tech and Ferris State over the years have had a great rivalry, and another challenge in the GLIAC. It seems like every week you got to be ready to play.
Yeah, this league is really, really tough. I think right now there's 4 teams that are unbeaten in the league, and so Michigan Tech played Davenport really tough, and they beat Hillsdale. So they're a good football team. So we got to be at our best on Saturday.
Going down to Fifth Third Ballpark, football Alumni Day, as you mentioned, had a great showing of alums last year. Had a great showing last week at homecoming. What's it like to have those guys on your side cheering you on?
It's great. It's great. They're on the sideline. They're in the locker room. They're everywhere. And so they're involved, and they're talking to the players, and they're like coaching. It's like they're still part of the program, and that's really what Coach Nice has established here with our culture. Is they're still in the fold, even though some of them are in the NFL or some of them are off in their careers, and so that's great to see. And especially on homecoming and a monumental milestone victory to get the program back to 443 and 443 and 40. So we're excited about that, and that was one of the first things that Coach Nice addressed to the team after the game.
Certainly a 500 record over more than 100 years of Ferris State football, and I like to see those wins finally getting back on the track of the Bulldogs side.
For sure, and it was when we got here 6.5 years ago, here we are 65 wins later, and to get back to 500 that quickly is it's definitely monumental.
Finally, what's it going to take for the Bulldogs to get a victory on Saturday?
We're going to have to play our best. We're going to take care of the football. We have to play great defense, and we have to be great on special teams. And we're going to have to make plays. And if we do those things, I think we'll be in good shape.
Well, Coach, best of luck to the Bulldogs. Congratulations on the homecoming win, and looking forward to Saturday.
Thank you, and I hope you had a happy birthday on Saturday, Rob.
Hey, thanks. Tickets for the Battle at the Ballpark available online, ferrisstatebulldogs.com/ballpark. We'll be back after this.
Want to be a storyteller? The television and digital media production program at Ferris State University is the Create space for you. At Ferris, you will apply creative and technical skills to create stories worth telling. You will be immersed in your learning. You will practice every part of the production process. You will create in state-of-the-art facilities with the latest equipment and software. The TDMP program at Ferris State. Learn to make storytelling your career. Find out more at ferris.edu/TDMP.
That's it. I'm hangry. What is it going to take? A pizza for $5.99? Weekly specials? Online ordering? Actually, that sounds pretty good. I think I know just the place.
Banish your hangry self with Mancino's convenient online ordering. A 14-inch, one-topping pizza for only $5.99. Or try one of our unique weekly specials. And don't forget, Ferris students, you get 10% off. Call, go online, or stop in today.
What does it mean to be a bulldog? It means you will be focused. You will be inspired. You will be ready. You will be yourself. Ferris State University. Be a bulldog. Apply today at ferris.edu.
Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to talk Bulldog soccer. And with us, head coach Andy McCaslin. And coach, first of all, welcome back to the show.
Appreciate you having me.
Welcome back home as well. I know the month of September, a lot of action on the road, 3 weeks, 2,300 miles. How nice was it to be back at the Bulldog soccer field this weekend?
It was nice. We had a long stretch on the road there, seven games in a row on the road, whether it be a neutral site or away. But it was nice to get home and get some games at home. Obviously,
your kids had played well up to number 14 in the country this past week. And talk about what that national ranking means for your program.
Yeah, it's, the first time ever. So when we came in at 6 years ago, it was, let's do things that haven't been done here, and that's one of those things. So getting that national attention is great. It's awesome that it's now, but we're looking for that same recognition in the end of October and early November, so we can get good seeding for the national tournament.
Obviously, this past weekend back at home, but playing the first ever matchup between ranked teams in Big Rapids as you took on the number 18 team in Ashland, and a competitive weekend overall for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, huge weekend. We knew that this was going to kind of be a gauntlet stretch for us. Ashland is a great team. They're well coached. They've got a great history there, lots of GLIAC titles, and so for us to host that game, it's huge, and we know it's like, we went up 2-0, but we know that it's never going to be enough to just have that too. They're going to fight to the end, and they did, and they made it tough on us.
As we go to some of the highlights of Friday's contest against the Eagles, obviously you mentioned that 2-0 lead. You'll get the first couple goals here in the first half, but really had to battle throughout the entire contest.
Yeah, it was a grind. They make it difficult because they're very good, so they do things well. They move the ball on you. They press you. They make it difficult, and they capitalize on some things when you don't do well and you don't execute. They make it difficult. So for us to I guess survive with a 2-2 tie was a little bit disappointing. Going up 2, would like to finish the game out, but it's a great team. They're going to do very well. Undefeated still, top 25 type team, and you see why they're resilient too, and they were able to find a way to equalize.
Obviously, a battle of goalkeepers here, and big goal here from Abigail Gilmore, about 5:17 into the contest.
Yeah, Abigail had a great goal with a little bit of a combo, and then Bree just smacks one home on the free kick, and we were able to get to halftime up 2-0. Felt like we were playing pretty well, well enough to win the game, and defensively we just have to figure out how to keep teams out now. So for us to lose a mark there, for us to not deny service is a little disappointing. And that was their second goal on the day, so to tie that. Now the good thing is we didn't just buckle and we didn't just drop the whole 3 points. Ashland, like I said, they're a good team, and they're going to do well in the national tournament, or at least the GLIAC and the GLIAC tournament. So probably going to get into the national tournament. So for them to come and press us as hard as they did, and for us to not buckle under that pressure of a national tournament type game, it says a lot about our group.
Obviously, you didn't have a whole lot of time to reflect on that one. Had another battle against another team that was unbeaten in the conference on Sunday in Saginaw Valley.
Yeah, Saginaw, again, like I said, it was the gauntlet stretch for us, and Ashland was going to be tough. And in our preparations for Saginaw, we knew that it was going to be one of those really hard weekends, and they had a tough game on Friday, so we were okay with playing overtime, hoping that we didn't have to, but we did. But yeah, they came in and pressed us right away, so they got a great shot there, and they were giving us some problems early.
As we watch this here, scoreless first half, and we'll see here at halftime a 20th anniversary celebration for this program, and obviously some former players coming back.
Yeah, it was great to have the alums back and help celebrate them, and because they're who we are, and they're the fabric of where we're going to go, and we're not going to be where we are today without them.
Saginaw Valley coming up here in a little bit. We'll get the first goal of the second half, and in the 63rd minute to kind of break the scoreless tie.
Yeah, one of those kind of moments where we lost the mark, and it was an unfortunate moment for us. We defended pretty well on the day. They forced us to change a little bit, and they always do based on their system, but We just didn't handle it well, and this kid, she turns here and smacks one home, and unfortunately they went up 1-0 on the day.
Obviously, your kids continued to battle and had a 23-11 edge in total shots here on the afternoon and had some chances.
Yeah, we had some really good looks at goal. Maybe unfortunate not to score 1 or 2 more, and if we were a little tidier, I think we could have buried the game. But credit to our kids for finding a way, and a minute and a half left, throwing everybody forward and finding the winner from Bree's head.
Obviously a big goal right there, and had some opportunities in overtime as well to try to get the win.
Yeah, and I think the excitement there in that picture shows kind of the grit of the team. They show a lot of emotion, and they're excited when they do well and they succeed. So for them to battle that way, and 30 minutes left, they were able to figure out a way to get the equalizer. It's a testament to them and their ability.
This week back on the road, and you travel to take on the 2 newest schools in the GLIAC, Purdue Northwest, Wisconsin Parkside. Just talk about what it'll take to get a couple wins this week.
Yeah, so again, it's one of those that we're almost more at home on the road than we are at home this season. So it'll be nice to get back on the road, if that's weird to say, but. Purdue Northwest, they're well coached. They've got a good group there that just needs a little belief. So we absolutely cannot go into that game thinking that it's going to be easy, because they're good enough to beat you. They've got a couple wins on the season against some teams that they probably shouldn't have beaten, but they did. So they were able to get those results. And so for us to go in on Friday, we have to be prepared and take them for who they are, as a team that can beat you. And then going up on Sunday to Parkside, they're, again, another good group that has gotten some results and is able to organize their backs and organize their team to make it difficult to score goals. So it's a tough weekend, and when the league shrank a couple of years ago, the league got that much harder. So there are no games off, and this is a testament to that.
Obviously, coming into the year, you knew you had a great nucleus back, some young talent that was coming in. Just talk about how pleased you are maybe with where you're at this point of the year.
Yeah, the development has been good. We're excited about the progress that we've made and where we're going to go. By no means do we feel like we're a finished product yet, which is great, because it's just October, just the beginning of October. So if we can keep the momentum rolling like we think we can, it's going to be to our benefit down the road. We've got some good performers in Pia and Gracie, and our goalkeeping has been great, but our backs are coming along the way that we think they can, and our midfield, both attacking and defending, has been good. And we've got to be a little more clinical in front of the goal if we're going to be successful like we think we can be. But we've got to put away chances when we have them, because the further we get into the year, the harder chances are to come by, and the more chances you have to get to maybe score a goal or keep the other team off the board. So when it comes down to it, we like the progress, we like the way we're going, but we're, again, by no means a finished product.
Well, Coach, congratulations again on the great start, and best of luck as you hit the road this week.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.
Want to be a storyteller? The television and digital media production program at Ferris State University is the Create space for you. At Ferris, you will apply creative and technical skills to create stories worth telling. You will be immersed in your learning. You will practice every part of the production process. You will create in state-of-the-art facilities with the latest equipment and software. The TDMP program at Ferris State. Learn to make storytelling your career. Find out more at ferris.edu/TDMP.
Cuts back to the right side, breaks a tackle, touchdown!
Landing the diagonal, Mackin shoots and scores! Corey Mackin off the rebound!
Run to Williams, back to Cusingberry, three-pointer up and good!
GLIAC tournament champion.
Ferris State with a huge win!
Come rise with us. For more information, visit ferrisstatebulldogs.com.
At Ferris State University, we're more than our student-to-faculty ratio.
More than our variety of programs, our internship rate,
or our number of student organizations.
Here, You're never just a number.
You can be yourself and be focused on your goals.
Be inspired every day and be ready for tomorrow.
Be a Bulldog. Go to ferris.edu.
Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to check in with Bulldog Volleyball. I'm joined by head coach Tia Brandel-Wilhelm. Coach, first of all, welcome back to the show again.
Thanks for having us here.
Kind of like football and soccer, Bulldog Volleyball ranked number 6 in the nation. Nice to see the success all 3 fall teams have had so far.
Yeah, it's great to see that. I love, this, and even the teams that aren't nationally ranked, you're seeing so many good things happening with the teams, and it's just great. It's pretty amazing to see that happen within the whole athletic department.
Obviously, your team right in the middle of conference play and off to a great start in the conference, now at 9-0, and a couple tough matches this past week on the road here in West Michigan.
Yeah, we're playing the South Division teams, just finishing that up this coming weekend, and it's just you see these teams just once a year, so you don't know them quite as well, and these are some 2 really good teams that we played this weekend, so it was a tough weekend for sure.
Obviously on Friday night, first match down in the Grand Rapids area against Davenport, one of the newer schools here in the conference, and haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to play them yet.
Yeah, we've only played them a couple times, seen them a little bit in the spring through the years, but they're a very good team. They're one of the, probably one of the top 2 in the South Division, will end up that way, and yeah, they played very well Friday night for sure.
Obviously, you got off to a great start. Won the first 2 sets, 25-22 and 25-21, but they rallied.
Yeah, they did. I kind of felt like we let them back in at the end of every set, and that just gave them just enough energy to really come out in that 3rd set and play hard. And we made some errors and on all parts of our game. We made some passing errors, some serving errors, some setting errors, some hitting errors, and that gave them a little bit of push, and you just got to give a ton of credit to Davenport because they just came out and played great defense, and they were really transitioning hard and really putting a lot of pressure on all parts of our game.
Katie O'Connell was sophomore, leading you with 17 kills, and she really had a great weekend for you.
Yeah, she did. She had a great weekend, and 2 of her kills came right at the end of this match with Davenport when we were down a little bit, like 13-11, I think, right at the end. And she had 2 kills in our last 3 points, I think, that were just huge for us. And it's just really neat to see her kind of growing into that role, kind of expanding her range a little bit too as a hitter. It's really neat to see.
After they won the 3rd and 4th sets, going to that 5th set, momentum kind of on their side. How do you reverse that in the 5th set?
We really just tried to get back to our game plan. Like, that was one of our biggest focus points, was going back to as we started the match, the things that we wanted to do defensively, the things that we were focused on offensively, and we had really gotten away from that. And so going into that 5th set, that's all we did, was go back to our original game plan. And it took us a little while to settle down. I mean, we were down 8-7 at the turn there, but we just kept plodding along, and like I said, we were down 9-11, we were down 13-11, so it wasn't like we did a great job implementing everything, but we just kept trying to do the right thing, the next right thing, and luckily it worked out in our favor.
15-13, you get the win 3-2 over Davenport, and then you had to come back on Saturday, another match against a rival, Grand Valley State, and obviously you can kind of throw the records out when Ferris and Grand Valley meet.
Yeah, it's always a good match. It's kind of unusual because we're usually travel partners, so we play each other midweek, and it's a little bit more of a match, and this is just part of a weekend, so it was a little bit different. But definitely, both teams always play well because you're playing a lot of girls that you played against in club and with in high school and stuff like that. So it's definitely a good match for sure.
What were some of the keys here against Grand Valley State as you got off to another good start?
Well, the Grand Valley's a really tough serving team, so we really felt like we needed to be aggressive with our serve receive and just be ready for, maybe not our best passing rate, which it certainly wasn't our best passing rate. So we were ready for that, though, when we were just able to make some things happen offensively, even without a great pass in the serve receive.
Kind of unusual, 3 of the 4 sets that you won, the 3 that you won, all by 25-18 scores. You don't often see that.
No, you don't. It was a little bit different. And it was, we lost the 1 set in the middle. I think, Grand Valley did some good things. We probably should have tried to change our momentum up a little bit earlier in that set. But it was really neat to see the team come back in the 4th set and just come out with the same game plan and just keep executing.
How important is it to go on the road in an environment like that and come away with a win?
extremely important. You know, both of those schools have really nice home crowds, really big home environments, and to be able to go as a team, you know, and to really stick together as a team in that kind of environment when you got, you know, the crowd kind of yelling at you a little bit and stuff. But, you know, our team plays well on the road. We like to travel together. The team really enjoys each other. They like being in a gym that's loud, whether it's cheering for them or against them. It's not really a big thing. We just like to be in that kind of cool, competitive environment.
3-1 the final as you get the win to cap off the weekend, and certainly you have to be pleased with how your team's playing at this point of the year.
You know, you do. You have to stop and remember that you're happy with how you're doing, because we're always just looking at what we're not quite doing well and trying to move on and fix that next thing and get ready for the next matches. But you do every now and then. I think we have to just stop and look and think, yeah, this is good stuff. And you know, we graduated a lot of kids from last year, and we have some players in new roles, and it's just really neat to see that, you know, everyone's continuing to get better. And we have a thing we say, you know, 1% better every day, and you see this team really trying to do that. And that's, I think, probably the most exciting thing is we're still not anywhere near where we're going to be in a few weeks. So that's probably the most exciting thing for me.
This week, back at home, and two teams in Wayne State and Ashland that traditionally have played hard and really competed well against you.
Yeah. Wayne State and Ashland are 1-2 in the South Division right now, and Ashland only has one loss in the conference so far. I think they only have 2 or 3 losses on the season, so two really quality opponents, like very good teams. These teams will be in the consideration for rankings in the region, you know, probably top 10 or 12 for sure in the region, both of them. So it's a big weekend. We're really excited to be home again. You know, we love a good crowd. We love our home crowd even more, so we're excited for that.
Certainly not to look ahead anymore, but next week, the Midwest Regional Crossover down in Indianapolis, and really a tournament that means a lot to not only you, but the GLIAC as a whole.
Yeah, it really does. The crossover has the 3 conferences that come together, and then they'll play each other, and a lot of our, you know, inter-region rankings will happen, you know, as a result of the results of this weekend. So just everybody doing well, the whole conference doing well, helps everybody in the conference have a better chance to make the regional tournament, which is huge for us.
Well, Coach, congratulations
Thanks.
again on the great start, and best of luck this weekend as you play at home Friday at 7, Saturday at 4.
Great, thanks.
That's going to do it for Ferris Sports Update. Reminder, you can follow all the action and get all the results online, ferrisstatebulldogs.com. Have a great week.